Right, weather has been a bit pants lately, so I'm going to take a quick chance to dash out here and get some work done on this CM250. Hopefully you'll remember where we were at. It's kind of stalled at the minute because of my problem with the tank. You remember that was all rusty and manky and horrible and everything, and I managed to buy another one on eBay, which is a really nice tank. It needs a repaint on the outside, but it's really nice. There's only one problem: it doesn't fit. If you look at this, it doesn't fit up here, it doesn't fit down here. It turns out it's a CM200 tank, which is a shame because it does look really nice. It's a really tasty, and even with it being black, which I didn't really want, but it still looks really tight. Nice bike. Other thing I had a problem with handlebars. Remember, I was taking the bar ends off because I thought they were too chunky. The ones that I got, they weren't going to fit these bars because they were for these rental bars, and you can get around it, but it's never going to look great. These ones, they're a bit rusty, aren't they? Not mad keen on all of that. So, checking out on eBay, what pops up? A set of rental bars for a tenner. And I thought, it's probably worth it. So what I'm going to go at here now is swapping these over and putting a set of rental bars on here. So stick around with me and let's have a look and see what we can get done. Hopefully that's positioned all right and you can see okay. So I've got myself some tools here, and don't need too many tools for that, do I then? So I've got the Allens, so I can whip off that other bar end mirror and see if we can balance our way along here. So yeah, Allen's on there. It's that one. So that one smaller. That one. Yep, there we go. So we'll get that loosened off and pop that out of there one way or another. Now these things that tend to lock themselves in, so there you go. See what tends to happen is that pulls in, that aluminium pulls into there, tightens up, doesn't want to come out. So we'll get a screwdriver under there and loosen that off. Oop! I'm in a good place here, aren't I? Not really. So I'll pop that back on. Screwdriver. And I also need to get a couple of spanners which I haven't brought out with me, so I'll have to nip back in for them. And of course this bike is balanced on the tie straps. Let me get down there so I can see what I'm doing here. This is the whole point of having this upper height, is that you can get down under it. Bloody screws are on right. There we go. That's how loosened. And of course I put these grips on, not very well, so that's come off alright. Let's see if this will stretch. Should do. Yep, that's it. That's that lot off. Right, and that's that off as well. That's good. So the bike is actually balanced on one strap. I think what we'll do, because I'm going to be moving it, we'll get this under it and see if we can hold it on that. Actually, not recommended like, but what can we do? Yeah, here we go. Get that down a bit. bike hasn't got a central frame like the other bike. The diversion has got a 2-part frame round the side. This bike hasn't, so what I'm going to have to do is, there we go, pop it under the engine. There we go, that's got the bike balanced, so the bike's actually sat on the stand there. Now we can actually hook this off once we pull that round. Yeah. Right, that's sat on the stand. Oh, well, might as well lift the stand up a bit higher. Right, that's sat on the stand now, so we're going to unhook these and unhook this. So I know we've got that safe now. Hang that on there. Right, so spanner on there, spanner on there. Pop them off, pop these bars up, put the renfels on and see what we'll look like. So we'll just pause that there, we'll come back to you. Right, decided I'd have a go with the old 3/8 drive set. So let's see what sizes we've got there. They're 8mm, yep, that's 8mm on there, and those I think they're actually 13mm, so I'm going to have to go with the 3/8 13. So 13 or 14, that's 13. And that's a 12 typically. And I think we had a bit of a problem. Oh no, there's a 12. Yeah, we did have a bit of a problem with some of the sockets. I had a raft of sockets for some reason that suddenly decided they were going to pack up and not work anymore. So right now, because I've got that new braided on there, I can't actually lift that off yet. So what I'll have to do is take that off, take the bars off, take that off the bars, put the new bars onto that first and then onto there. So let's pop that off and we'll loosen these. We'll get there, don't worry, we've got an idea of what's going on. Still got a lot of work to do on here, little bits and pieces, but the biggest problem I've got is not actually having the tank. And without a tank, well, bike ain't going to go very far, is it? And that's quite got me a bit upset. That I've been looking at tanks on eBay. They're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. And all the ones I'm getting, the ones I'm seeing on there, they're all rusty. So CM250 seems to be a rocking horse, because everything I'm looking for is rocking horse drop-ins. Hard to get a hold of, if not nigh on impossible. Right, that's that out. Right, well, those bars are alright, they've just got a bit of rust on them. And these rental style bars, they don't have the same sort of rust issues, because well, they're a bit rust free, aren't they? Anodized, whatever. You don't have rust issues with them. Right, now, beautiful thing is, with these rentals you have these indicators on here, so you can get an idea of how close you are, and you can balance things pretty well with that, both for left and right adjustment and for up and down adjustment. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Right, let's get these run down a bit. This is the only thing. You have to figure out where you want them. This is probably going to take a bit of a tweak later on, because I don't know exactly where we're going to want to be with these until we're actually set up with the seat and everything. Right, at least left and right. There we go, I think that's about the spot. So I'll flick that over, clamp that, clamp that. So there we go, that's got them roughly in place. That's interesting. That's pulled a little bit there. Don't want to go any further in with that. It's got to be right with these. Right, let's slip this on. Alright, that needs to be a little bit further. Ooh, that's interesting. These are a little bit shorter in the reach. Hadn't expected that. Right, that's interesting. Hadn't expected that sort of issue. Never mind. Let's see how we get on. It may actually end up that we don't actually use these in the end of it all. Because it may be that these are no good. Let's get back down that side. Nothing but experimentation, is it? Eh? Do a little bit of experimenting with things to see what they look like. Like them, don't like them, whatever. Work, don't work. Well, we have to give it a go, don't we? Because if you don't try, you don't learn. And why is this not like that? Daft sword, get out of the way, you. There we go. That's it. Right. Might have to end up getting new grips, like. Well, that one looks a bit manky anyhow, so yeah, might be new grips. Now that's interesting. That one sits on nicely up to there. This one doesn't. So what do we do about that? I don't know. You really don't know. See, that's got a nip round there and pop onto that. But that doesn't like that, does it? Oh, actually, I don't know. I think that's the end of their bar now, isn't it? Yeah, that might be alright there. Okie doke. Well, we'll have to see what that runs like. They might just get away with that. We'll have to see. They are the same dimension, out of dimension, as the bars that I've just taken off. So, it could be okay. I just bought them, they're full of cobwebs already. Great fun. Right, let's have a look at those bar ends. See what these look like. Oh yeah, I think they look a bit nicer, don't they? They don't look quite as big and clumsy, do they? Eh? So let's get... That was the one that fitted on there before. Is it the same as this? Yep, it's the same for this one. So... Oh yeah, I do like that. I do like that. That looks a lot tidier, doesn't it? Right? That looks an awful lot tidier. does look tight here, doesn't it? Yeah. Yes, that certainly looks. Oh, that looks more the part, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's look at that. Look at that. That certainly looks more the part. And actually, that doesn't look too bad on there, does it? Yeah, I think we might just have a winner there. We might just have a winner there. I'm not entirely sure that that's going to work out like that, but it's on, it fits, and there's enough flex on that. Yeah, there's a bit of spare down there now, and the suspension is at the fullest extent as well, so that can't be a bad thing. Pop that through. Get away with that. Might just get away with it. So there we go. Set of rentals on there. All we need now is a tank that it's happy with. Because unless we've got a happy tank, we ain't got no bike. Because you can't go anywhere if you can't put any petrol in it, can you? So let's just nip that bar up there. Right, that's the brake. Don't know. No, that's not going to be any good, is it? That's not going to be any good at all. Where did that go? There it is. No, that's not going to work. Because that, look at that, that's just ridiculous. That's not going to work on there. It's a pity because that looks really good on that side, but this side, unless we get shorter grips, but you need to have enough to get your hand in there, don't you? Yeah, we could maybe get some shorter grips. I'll just chop these ones down since they're a bit knackered anyhow. Frustration. That's definitely got to come up onto the top of there though, isn't it? So that's got to move a good inch along. Because if we cut that, we cut the inner as well. Let's have a thunk. I do quite like that rental look though. I don't know what you can see because this camera, right, I don't know what you've been able to see because this camera I'm still getting used to. But problem I've got is that's just no good like that. I've had to put it like that because this has moved right over the edge of the turn on the handlebar here. And that is set to the end for the bar end mirrors. So that's not any good. Either I take an inch off there so I can move this whole assembly along, yeah, and then come back up so it'll be in line. That side, you see, that side looks alright the way it is, but of course it doesn't have the brake assembly past the end of it. The clutch switch is right out here, which is not the best, but it's not bad. But this side of things is just no bloody good the way it is. So it's either I cut this down an inch and move everything back, do the same with that side, which will give us a bit of space on there for other bits and pieces, or we have to go back to the previous bars, put them on. Don't know, undecided. Really don't know. We'll see. At the minute we're completely stalled because we haven't got a tank. I've still got this back end to do, which I need to get on with. but it's a case of time, weather and everything else. It's got to be right, and at the minute it's not. So, oh, never an easy job, is it? Never an easy job. Tell you what, one easy job I've got. I hope you can still see when I put this on. One easy job I've got is to take this old brake cylinder thing out of the way. Just going to cut that out. Right, now this is the old brake system which is here, and that's just been sat there hanging there in the way, redundant, unneeded, so that's out of the way, right, because I've now got that nice braided hose in there, and all of that set up. So that's another one for the pile of something to do at some point. These are all nice shiny bits, but they're all taken to corrosion, aren't they? Which I'm not happy about. That's actually now pitted. Bloody hell. This is the problem with not having a garage, you see. You can't get home, put your bike away in a garage, because you ain't got one. I think that is the old switch which was knackered. Yeah, that's the old one. I need to get that unplugged and get the new one plugged into place. So I need to take that headlight apart to do that. But I don't think this weather's going to hold much longer. We've had a nice little window. Well, I say a nice little window. A window of decent weather which has lasted about 20 minutes. Allowing me a bit of time to come out and tinker. But I don't think it's going to hold much longer. So I really need a garage. Desperately need a garage. I ain't got one. I'm just catching up on a few videos of other people, and looks like Mark Victor's got a similar problem where he's going to be losing his man cave and everything down in Australia, Bendigo, where he lives, and I know all too well what that feels like. Not having the space to work and everything, it'd be awful. So there we go. I think I'll just sit that back on there because, to be honest, even though it doesn't fit, it does look pretty. So that's all for now, guys. That's all I can achieve just now, which is not enough really, but you work with what limitations you've got. So with that, we go back indoors. Don't know about you, but I think that is looking quite pretty, even if it is black. So I don't know, red, black, I don't know yet. I don't know which way I'm going to go. But either way, I've got to get some more work done. I really wanted this going for the end of the month because I've got one of these gentleman's rides to do, and that would have been nice. But I don't think it's going to be there because I haven't got a tank, and I don't see a tank turning up in the meantime. So keep tuned, guys. See you later. Bye for now.